And we're back.
Okay.
This is part 2 of the Monopoly representation introduction.
Okay.
We've already shown the game boards and the basics. Now we'll show you about the community chess cards.
Mm-hmm.
This is the opponent right here that we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He had decided not to buy Monopoly Red. Now, to do a bid, press the bid button on here. And then they'll bid like 60K and then 100K and then blah, 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 blah until they decided to bid the right thing.
Okay.
After they bid the right thing, press it again. Or until it automatically stops.
Mm.
And then they pay.
Okay.
Here's another example. If the opponent goes and then stops some luxury tax, they automatically have to subtract $1 million from their account. If they go to the income tax, they lose all their salary.
Mm.
And they won't get anything. If you land on go to jail or if you roll doubles too many times, you'll have to go to jail. If you roll a double, like for example, I roll this, and then it suddenly comes out 1 and 1, and then the second time it'll come out 4 to 4, and then the third time it'll come up 3 to 3. You go to jail instantaneously. Another way you go to jail is if you go to the go to jail space located at the fourth corner of the board. Once you own an entire color group, you are considered a monopoly. When you get a color group, you may start getting buildings. These buildings are placed on the yellow part of the game board, on the above parts of the game board. If you own Monopoly Space, Monopoly Cruise, Monopoly Air, or Monopoly Rail, you cannot place buildings there. You can only place buildings wherever the top part exists. Now here are the game boards. There are many hotels. This is the first type. There's another type. Oops. Here's another. 4 different types. There are 5 different types of hotels. This one's from Sydney. These 5 different hotels can be placed anywhere on the map. These hotels vary in size. The first one is from Egypt. This is called the Great Pyramids. It's one of the 8 wonders of the world. According to the manual, there are many tokens, many more that you haven't talked about. There are many types of hotels. The first one is the North American Hotel, inspired by the American skyscrapers in New York and Chicago. The second one is the South American Hotel. Traditionally, Aztec sacrificial temples were never destroyed, but had new ones built around them, resulting in layered temples, and each layer becoming bigger and more extravagant. The third one is the European Hotel. European skyscrapers found in London's Canary Wharf inspired this hotel. The fourth hotel is the African Hotel. The oldest of the Egyptian pyramids were built in 2630 BC, more than 4,500 years ago. The fifth one is the Asian Hotel. inspired by Asian skyscrapers in Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Taiwan.
Mm.
And the last one is the Australian Hotel. I told you this was Sydney. Inspired by Australian skyscrapers and notable buildings, such as the Sydney Opera House.
Okay.
Okay, here's a new class. These are the houses. They're a lot smaller. There are 5 types, just like the other ones. They're a lot smaller. That's why I have a lot of trouble bending them around. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, the first one is the North American house. Inspired by New England houses. New England is famous for its colorful autumn leaves, which draw visitors from all around the world. The second one is the South American house. Inspired by Cuban housing, with their stone walls to combat the effects of the humid climate and indoor patios, to offer shade from the sun. The third one is the European house. Known as winter ski residences, Swiss chalets were originally used in summer when cattle herders would bring their herds to graze in mountain pastures. The African house. In rural African tradition, before marrying, the bridegroom is expected to build the model home using locally gathered materials. The fifth one is the Asian house. In Asia, Patagonias were multi-story buildings built near Buddhist temples as places of worship. The sixth one is the Australian house, the last one. Tin roofs, often tinted by rust, are common in the Australian outback.
Alright.
Okay,
So now we finish the part 2.
not yet. Wait.
Not yet?
I haven't shown you the double D. If you pass go twice, like I'm going to show you in a moment, this is what you have to do. You have to put the card in, press this, remove it, put it in again, then press it again.
Wow.
There.
Okay. Alright, so
And there are many other types of tokens that we haven't told you about. For example, this guy, that guy,
save it for
car,
part 3. Okay.
the Inca statue, the Inca mask, football the football is already, the Easter Island Moai, and all this other stuff that we haven't heard
Okay.
about. And that will be for part 3.
Alright.
Goodbye, everybody,
And thanks for watching.
and thanks for watching this awesome video.
Bye.